Hey guys, Zach here. I am trying to do a series of videos where I answer questions on Quora video form. Here's what's in my view today. There's two WordPress questions. Well, a WordPress question and a web hosting question. So I'm going to do one video on each, but I'm going to see what is the best web hosting you've ever used. What a question. All right. The best West, man, it's a tongue twister, isn't it? The best web hosting I've ever used. Um, for me, it's not a clear winner. It kind of boils down to a couple factors, and there's several companies that are equally good. Those factors are price primarily and support. I think GoDaddy has good pricing and support. I think HostGator, uh, WP Engine is good for both. JustHost is good. One and One is good. Um, those are kind of mainstream ones, and I would probably say most mainstream ones. A lot of them lately have WordPress packages, so if you're looking to build a WordPress site specifically, as long as they have a WordPress package and good support, and they're not charging more than like 15 bucks a month for just a regular WordPress site, you're fine. What I would steer clear of though is companies that are owned by small businesses that do hosting. For instance, a lot of website design shops also offer hosting on their own like servers that are basically sitting right next to their desk. Don't go small. Go with a mainstream company, something you've heard of before, because number one, the small guy is going to be really bad at support. He's going to have office hours, and when he's not there, he's going to have to call you back. You want someone who's there 24 hours. If they don't have a phone number you can call 24 hours a day and talk to a live person, or they don't have a chat that you can talk to a live person, don't go with them. If they have one of those email systems, fill out your name, we'll get back to you, don't go with them. If you need somebody 24 hours because your site could break 24 hours, you don't have to wait to hear back from them, and that includes guy down the street. Um, Also, I'm not sure you ever want to have your website hosted by a small company that also does the work on your site. Like, if they're going to do the design and hosting, and it's going to be on their server, what's going to happen is sometime down the road, you're going to want some additions to your site, or they're going to start charging more than you think you should be paying, and then you're going to have to take um, if they can't do the additions, you're going to have to take that website from that host to a mainstream host anyway. And I can't tell you how many people have basically hired me in that situation where I've had to call the previous programmer, which is kind of awkward when you're talking to someone whose job he just took, and uh, walk them through how they can download the website and send it to you so you can upload it on a new host, because sometimes they don't know how to do that. Um, so, yeah, I think that answers that question. One other answer, kind of separate, is I would steer clear of big companies that offer too many services like Amazon or even Rackspace. Amazon, especially, unless you're very technically savvy, it's kind of complicated how you have to go in there to create a WordPress site. I mean, there's just too many options, and they have a very like tech-heavy methodology for building out a WordPress site. It's not aimed for the users; it's aimed for developers. And so steer clear of that. WordPress and websites are relatively simple. You're just killing an ant with a dynamite by using Amazon or Rackspace. It's just not necessary. Okay, one other company, Network Solutions. They are terrible. Do not use Network Solutions for anything. They have, in my experience, uh, overcharged customers, uh, continue to charge. I think I had a customer that he died, and other members of his board were trying to like get ownership of the site. And all Network Solutions was saying, well, he has to sign this letter. He has to sign this letter and send it to us. And it's like he's dead. And so their customer support is terrible, and they really just prey on people who don't know much about uh, hosting and stuff. It's really a sham of a company. I can't say enough bad things about Network Solutions. By the way, I think I just read that Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook using Network Solutions as its host, and to me that's just a crazy thing. Like Network Solutions must have been a totally different company back then, or else he just kind of didn't know any better. But um, obviously they didn't grow with Facebook, so they missed their window all over the place, and I can't wait for them to go in. Um, but yeah, best web hosting, any of the common big ones, I think you'll be in good shape as long as they have relatively cheap and have good support. Thanks.